Alright everyone, Jurassic World Wave 4 Blockies has been revealed thanks to Walmart and also thanks to Jurassic Nick for finding it. And I thought we would go through the evolution of all the Jurassic World Blockies waves. So starting with, Wave 4, we'll get into the new stuff first. I appreciate the quality in this wave, definitely a huge improvement. I'm just not a fan of all the creatures in the wave because I've collected so much Dominion stuff that I don't really need anything in here. The standouts for me will go from top to bottom. So the standouts are definitely the things at the bottom. The Giganotosaurus Skeleton. We've never had a Giganotosaurus Skeleton before, I don't think, in the franchise of all toys. So that is awesome to see. The Atrociraptor box. You guys know I love Lego because I love world building. So these accessories in this, normally they're just vehicles. I'm not the hugest fan of vehicles because they don't help world build. It's better to have scenery, I think. So the Atrociraptor Cage is awesome, and I think that would be great for minis as well. Probably even, I'm not sure if the Blockies one will fit in it, but hopefully it does. And we have the Outpost Watchtower. That is just awesome because we've only had the big Lego one and the big Mattel one, so a mini one to build a tiny Biosyn Valley, although it will be hard to find, a ton of them, it would just work perfectly. We of course have the helicopter. I've got a few of these, so, I'm not too fussed about it. I do believe the mini one already came out. Then we have the Giganotosaurus skull, which of course you collect enough, you can make the big Giganotosaurus skeleton, so of course you pretty much have to get the whole set to get the Giganotosaurus skeleton. Then we have Sinoceratops. This one's pretty cool, but Therizinosaurus isn't in this wave, and I do think some things could have been changed out because we already have Triceratops, so I'm not sure Sinoceratops was needed. I feel like, Therizinosaurus could have been in that spot instead. Atrociraptor Ghosts, of course, makes sense to have the Atrociraptors, they were main ones, So yeah, Ghost is cool to see, although it's a little bit weird. It's not one of the limited ones because I felt like they could have done a limited, Ghost as the rarest one, then a middle point be like red, and then the base one just be a normal color Atrociraptor to pretend to be Panther or Tiger. Then an interesting combo here, Allosaurus Skeleton and Allosaurus. I do think this should have been Quets. I feel Allosaurus could have been saved for a Chaos Theory wave, because sure, it's in Dominion, but it's not that much of a screen stealer in Dominion, And then moving on, we've got two Pyroraptors, a normal one which has, by the way, most of these have insane paint for not being limited editions. Normally only the limited editions get insane paint. Pyroraptor looks great. I'm confused why it got a hologram. Maybe you can pretend it's like a frozen Pyroraptor or something. Then we have T-Rex. I'm quite disappointed in this because I feel this should have been Buck. We already got T-Rex in Wave 1. Although I will point out, it is a great looking T-Rex. It is a good looking T-Rex. So it makes sense they wanted to upgrade it because that first one was really chunky and it was cool. But I feel like they had the limited edition be Doe and then the base be Rexy. I feel like, sure, you want Rexy, that limited edition that we've got in this wave is perfect. Have the other two be green or something, Buck and Junior. Then we have Giganotosaurus. The base one, not too great. But then the second one, very cool. Looks very cool. I'm not too sure about what's the difference between the top one and the second one. They look like similar paint scheme. Maybe the top one is shiny. Of course, it does have a base, but I'm wondering if there's anything different. Anyway, moving on, because of course we had the other stuff. So Wave 3, we've kind of gone over it, but we'll skim through. So we had Spinosaurus, Indoraptor. That would be the limited editions and stuff. We had Dilophosaurus as the hologram. And a normal Dilophosaurus, we had Pteranodon, had Indominus Rex back. That's like the Allosaurus of this wave, Wave 3, with its Indominus Rex skeleton, and Velociraptor Delta was in it, and the Spinosaurus skeleton was also in it. That's like the Giganotosaurus skeleton, the big one that you build from all the sets. Then of course 3 vehicles. There was an incubator submarine, an armored car. So Wave 4, some people were kind of thinking, maybe it's not legit, it might be AI, but it's kind of seeming like all the evidences point to it's mostly legit. It's just been AI upscaled, for the Walmart website. Then of course Wave 2, Triceratops skeleton, similar to the Giga and Spino skeleton. Brachiosaurus skeleton, similar to the Allosaurus and Indominus Rex, and we've got a normal Brachiosaurus in this. And then with the world building stuff, we have the Jeep, the Jurassic Gates, and the Gyrosphere. We have Charlie in this, the Velociraptor, 3 versions of Mosasaurus, 3 of Indominus Rex, 1 Ankylosaurus, a Parasaurolophus, and a hologram version of it. And then wave 1 was 3 T-Rexes, kind of, because there's also a T-Rex skeleton, which is the big one. So it's cool, you can get if you collect everything of Blockies, you can get a T-Rex skeleton, Spinosaurus skeleton, and Giganotosaurus skeleton. Those would be so awesome to put together. Of course, the limited edition T-Rex comes with the goat. Had to be in the limited edition. Oh my gosh, I would have liked that. We've never really gotten a goat. Then of course blue is also the other limited edition, but its base is Echo. That's why I'm saying the Atrociraptors could have been that. So it's interesting. We had Triceratops in this wave, Stegosaurus and a Stegosaurus Skeleton, and then Stygimoloch was in this. It came with like a crate, I believe. And Spinosaurus was also in this, had a hologram, which didn't make sense, but you know, I love Spinosaurus, so it's cool. This is the Rebirth Spino, by the way, which is interesting because it's the only Rebirth thing we've gotten. I feel like the next wave will probably be Rebirth stuff, right? I feel like that makes sense. And because what, we got 5 new things in the Dominion wave. We'll probably get D-Rex, Titanosaurus, Aquilops, Muton maybe? I don't know, it's a bit hard, but I reckon they could pull it off. And because we didn't get Quets in Dominion wave, we'll probably get the Quets in the Rebirth wave. And then the repackaged thing, probably Mosa. You know, they'll probably want to have the Titano, Quets, and Mosa all together. But yeah, that was, of course, there was world building stuff in wave 1, but I feel like they've upgraded over time because it was just vehicles, but now it's actually landscaped things. So yeah, that's all the blocky stuff, but I did recently get the new Deinonychus figure, so I'd like to quickly show that off for a minute. Now, I've mostly stopped collecting non-canon species because I'm running out of room, but this guy was just so beautiful, I couldn't resist picking it up, and for such a cheap price, it's like I just had to. I also got it along with the Rebirth Raptor because I really just, all I had of this was the Lego version, and that was just not enough, and I needed a friend for this one that Sight C Studios got me, so that was awesome. But yeah, as you can see, this is just so much better. But of course, got a ton of Raptors here, you know. There's some movie stuff, and yeah, I mean, Deinonychus is technically, it's not part of canon, but it's been involved in Jurassic a lot. Like Deinonychus, the Velociraptor, is what, you know, it was originally meant to be in Jurassic Park, and then they were like, in Dominion, we could have Deinonychus, but then they decided not to, and again in Chaos Theory, but still stuck with Atrociraptor. Anyway, if you guys like it just as much as me, subscribe, watch up here for more, and I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.